Hi guys, this is Erica from Gokce Capital. Now before I begin, be sure to click subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Bogdan Marion is lucky. The Santa Cruz wildfire didn't destroy his home. Even still, he's not out of danger. Why? We'll find out at the end of this video. But first, if you plan to build or renovate a home, be aware of off-gassing. And in today's video, we have the top things you should know. Number 1. What is off-gassing? Off-gassing occurs when new manufactured items release organic compounds, called VOCs, as well as other chemicals. Number 2. What household products off-gas? Some of the most common offenders include furnishings, mattresses, carpeting, vinyl flooring, wall paint, air fresheners and cleaning sprays, and flame retardants. Number 3. Why is off-gassing a problem? Well, VOCs, when inhaled, have short and long-term health effects. These range from person to person and also depend on the concentration of VOCs in the air and the length of exposure. But in the most serious cases, the long-term health effects of VOCs can include cancer as well as damage to the kidneys, liver, or central nervous system. Number 4. What can you do to make sure you buy products that don't emit VOCs? Well, today there are third-party certifications for household goods that can signify a product has low or no emissions. These certifications include GreenGuard, Scientific Certification Systems, and SGS Group. In addition, you can select to buy solid wood furniture as opposed to furniture made from plywood or particle board. When purchasing mattresses, you can look for those made of organic cotton, chemical-free wool, or natural latex. And of course, you can buy secondhand furniture, since off-gassing does not last forever. Number 5. Though there may be health risks associated with off-gassing, this doesn't mean you should stop buying new furniture altogether. Even if you buy a product that off-gasses, there are a few things you can do to limit your exposure. Primarily, you can let any new product off-gas in your garage for a few weeks. Alternatively, your furniture store may let you off-gas the product on site. After you've painted your home, keep the windows open to let the VOCs air out. You can also buy an air purifier that will specifically filter out VOCs. Finally, you can add plants. However, having said all this, there is one more point of concern. Even after materials are in place and have ceased to off-gas, they can still become a hazard. Just consider the case of Bogdan Marion. Bogdan lives in Santa Cruz, and in 2020, a wildfire swept through town. Many of his neighbors lost their homes, but Bogdan was spared. However, this did not mean he and his family were out of the woods. For immediately after the fire dissipated, Bogdan's water district issued a do not drink, do not boil notice. This meant that Bogdan's water was so contaminated, it was not even safe to boil. It's a bit of a mystery, but in recent years, as the size and intensity of wildfires have increased, California municipal water suppliers have noticed elevated levels of VOCs in drinking water. We know that inhaling these chemicals when they are in the off-gassing stage is bad, but we generally think that once the chemicals fully evaporate, we are safe. Yet, as it turns out, that's not the end of the story. Once an item is done off-gassing, it doesn't mean it is free of VOCs. So when it heats up, it may release more of the chemicals. This is one possible explanation for why firefighters have higher incidence of cancer. Furthermore, when VOCs are released, they can not only evaporate into the air, but dissolve in water. The frightening thing about VOCs in water is that they can still off-gas. So contaminated water is not just a concern for drinking, but for washing and any other use that may cause inhalation or skin absorption of the chemicals. As you may imagine, all of this sounded very frightening to Bogdan, who had an 18-month-old baby to consider. Fortunately, even with increased wildfires, increases in testing and improved treatment technologies means VOCs are now less likely to reach your tap. And in Bogdan's case, the do not drink advisory was lifted after a few weeks, although it took him even longer to stop drinking bottled water. But what does all this mean for you? Well, sadly, it means off-gassing VOCs can be a water as well as indoor air quality issue. So pay attention to your water district's warnings. And if you are connected to a well or small water system, get your water tested not only annually, but after a major event or disaster. But what do you think? Do you have any stories about VOCs or off-gassing? Let us know in the comments. Did you like this video? You're going to love our Gokce Land Due Diligence program. We'll make you a land due diligence expert in just 7 days. Check it out at gokcecapital.com/glad. And while you're at our website, don't forget to explore our $1 down properties at gokcecapital.com/listings. Finally, don't hesitate to reach out. You can email, call, or text, and we will respond as soon as possible. So thank you for listening, and more to come.